and you have not seen the tip of it. I told you, they're going to be riding through the ghetto, brother, in pickup trucks with walkie-talkies and using the internet with GPS tracking to run and hunt down black people because he is making it lawful for them to do it. And listen, black people going to blame black people in the ghetto. And that's why you dirty, stinking rat cops. You rat cops and you dirty, stinking black cops. You going to help make it justifiable, the mass murder that's about to happen to blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians in this country. You understand? And only the UPK is coming fervently up against what the hell they are doing, man.
Remember when you had to be credible just to rap? Some of you niggas, I'ma need evidence of your facts. I see you cover up cause it's evident that you whack. You tried to move a couple of packs to boost your stats. You was never able to tell the truth from a fable. You were undercover sucker wearing the thug label. I try to school niggas, I do it whenever able. Bruh, get a pen and a pad, you should be grateful. First, how you call yourself a shooter but you can't shoot. Hitting 9-year-olds when they sitting on they damn stoop. Strays gunning females down, the block mourner. Candles and teddy bears decorating the corner, spilling out a Corona for sending it to her owner. That don't make you real, it just make you a blood donor. How you niggas feel? Still wanna be thug, homie? You ain't gotta kill your people to be gangster. Know some real niggas that's G's, they outrank you. Generals and captains all ready for action. My officers is offing you, cutting you into fractions. Wanna be a blood or a crip, I'ma be a champion, straight winner. Not a drop of the fake in us. They say the last real niggas dead or in jail. That's bullshit. They in UPK and we living well.
I'm Commanding General Yohana, man, and we trying to get it right up in here. The lives of black people is under full out assault and battery across this empire. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to act like it's even happening. Nobody wants to recognize how evil what is happening to our people is. But you know what? We prophets of the Most High, disciples of Christ, so all that don't matter. We're going to have to lay it out the way it is, however it is. You understand? And right now, let me tell you something. Now is the time out of all time. This is all you want to hear out my mouth for a hot second. Now is the time for black people, Hispanic people, and Native Indian people to be coming together like your life depended on it because of the evil that's going on. Everybody else want to give you the spirit. Damn right. Everybody want to give you the spirit that if you just correct yourself, if you just stop doing certain things, life could be nice and sweet. If you could just stop this and that and this. Everybody blaming you while they killing you. Get me Exodus again, where Moses came down and looked on his people and went to the two brothers that was dealing with each other. I got to keep bringing that up. I got to drill it in your brain. Why? Because it got to show you exactly the spirit that was in Egypt so you can understand the spirit in America, so you can get your head right on what's happening down here. In other news, the president went to have Hajj. Assalamu alaikum, Mr. President. All that talk about terrorists. We got to stop the Arabs. We this, we that. Meanwhile, he over there with the Arabs having Hajj, man. He up in there, damn near, with that bull crap. You understand why? Why? Because that's what is really respected in this kingdom. What's respected in this earth is who is in power. The whole reason you ain't in power is because you turn on your power. The white man don't turn on his power. He don't go against his military. He don't go, that's his power. His power ain't above on high. His power is below and carnal. And he don't turn on that power. He don't turn on his money. He don't turn on his weapons. He don't turn on his government. He don't turn on his kingdom. You turned on yours by giving up the Lord to follow the other gods. And he don't care what God he followed. He over there, brother, with King Fard on some Amasalamanalecca. Hey, Dad, give me the video, Sock. I know you got something good for me. That's why I'm here tonight. Give me the videotape. Look at El Presidente. Look at El Presidente. Listen, to his Arab now. They all that old for we for our lives. Look at them. Look how much they love that cracker.
Right.
Like they ain't receiving no racism. He ain't in there talking about we gonna stop terrorism in Saudi. He ain't doing. Come on, man.
What do you call it? Islamic.
Look at him do the dance, man. Look at him do the funk. That's your president. I saw Wait a minute, Mr. President. What is going on? You drinking what they drink over there? The tea. Look at the cameras on. Look at them dancing. They love him. Look at them. The money they send Trump here. The money here. We in power. You can hold on, sucker. Oh, man. Let me tell you something, man. That's what's really going on in the world. The Arabs and the white man coming together, killing their enemies, getting rid of their enemies to do what? To prepare themselves for more rulership, to take over more countries. Come on, Jimmy.
This breaking news today. They heard 2 explosions over in Manchester that killed at least 19 people.
Damn, that's in England, right? In England. They ain't concerned. Are you kidding? Wait a minute. Come on, Soccer. Come on, Soccer. Listen, hey, I want you to see something. That guy he's dancing with has got 2 guns on him. Do you see that? That is a Quran-carrying Muslim with 2 guns on him, dancing with the great Satan. Look at them. Look at them with the so-called Jew. Look, they gave the cracker the sword. They gave the cracker the sword. The cracker got the sword up. Put it back, sir. Put it back. The devil got the sword. Listen, that sword is to kill the enemies. It's supposed to be to kill the enemies of Islam. The infidel. They done gave the, look at him. Look at the infidel with the sword. Look at that. He's strapped. Those 2 guns. The green is to cover the guns. He's strapped. Look at that thing.
They had Steve Bannon up there just now, too.
Come on, man.
He was just, there you go, right there.
Steve Bannon, the most white supremacist. The king of all white supremacy. In there, look at him. He's stuffing the money in his pocket. He's stuffing. What is he doing? Why is he doing it on camera? The shame of these devils. The shame will show you this the real world. You understand what I'm saying? All that talk is just for them to destroy who they want to destroy. You understand? They ready to come together to do in whomever need to be done, and namely the 12 tribes. Now, meanwhile, while he's dancing with whom he claimed to be his arch enemies, our poor brothers, by the thousands, are being locked up in cages down there in Texas and them states across the border. While they partying and drinking the hibiscus tea, and what's the name of that pipe, and smoking the pipe, the hookah pipe. While they sipping on the hookah pipe, our brothers is in cages in orange suits.
That's right.
For doing almost nothing.
That's right.
Okay? For doing almost nothing. And yes, some of them been monsters and criminals, like has always been among our people. Nobody counting them all innocent, but they locking up women and children and families and brothers who did nothing but farm their stinking land.
That's right.
And you sit up there thinking and not awake and not understanding that the Most High is angry in this earth. And he gonna bring damage on this earth to all the nations on the earth. You blind if you can't see that. You blind if you can't see that this empire never intended for you to be in fair, equal equality with them. Why? Damn right, huh? Why? Give me some. I'll tell you why. Because they know that you're a descendant of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Right.
They know who the hell you are.
Right.
And they know what position they want you to be in the earth. Get it for me. Give me Psalms 83 and 5. Hit me with that. Y'all can chime in anytime y'all want. Good cold spring water to water too.
Psalms 83 verse 5. But they have consorted together.
They have consorted together. Go ahead.
With one consent.
With one consent. This here is one consent. They in agreement. Islam, Christianity, Roman Catholicism, East and West are in agreement together. We don't.
They are
and let me say this. And this is why you can't take on the religion of another nation.
Right.
I feel sorry for the brothers who got caught up into the religion of Islam. I'll tell you straight up. Because many good brothers got caught up into that religion, believing that it was right, and it was the only thing that was out there heavy in the 60s until the Lord opened the floodgates of the truth in 69, and now we done bust all the way through to show brothers the new way and the right way and the original way. You understand? But a lot of them brothers got caught up into that, and I feel sorry for them because they worship in the religion of another nation. This is why you can't do that. You can't worship the religion of another nation. Why? Because that nation might decide to agree with your enemy. You walking around talking about you a Muslim. Well, guess what? Your Muslim brothers who run Mecca, who run the Kaaba stone, who have full rule over the religion of Islam, where you must go for Hajj once in your life, done got together with the evilest, racist white man that America has seen since the days of slavery. Got together with him and meeting agreements and sipping tea and dancing and holding swords in the air. What does that say for you? What does that say for you? Where's your Islamic brothers? Where are they at to defend you and to come up against this man? Where's the line item in the statement that says, yeah, Mr. Trump, we're trying to work with you and sell oil with you, but you need to stop destroying our black brothers in America. You ain't hear none of that. You ain't hear none of that. What you hear? Don't come to UBK if you don't want to be offended. Don't come here. We didn't get in the game to be successful and, love to be loved by America. We got in the game to say the truth. You understand? And you done joined the religion of the Lord have mercy on you and pull you out of it. Well, you done joined the religion of another nation, and that nation is dictating the politics of your life. The 2 million black men in prison, this man travels to the Mecca of Islam and gets no chastisement. None. His woman got off the plane with her head uncovered and pants on, looking like the latest freak of the week. She came down the gangplank out looking like the lankiest hoe you ever bought. Looking just like you bought her right out of one of them high class, magazine, hoes, basically. You understand? Like, that's what he did. And listen, I know this is Uncle Tom. See, that's why we can't deal with your honey. He got to be saying stuff. That's the president's wife. They done made whores out of your daughters. Right. They done shoved heroin and crack in your ghettos. Right. Done destroyed your baby. Broke up your families. Done forced sisters to sell herself. What that nasty hoe's excuse is. She ain't got no excuse. She done lived in wealth and power for many years. Done got naked, butt naked, all over your white butt. You the president, your white butt naked, all over the internet. She ain't got no excuse. But our sisters have been destroyed and molested and raped in this condition that we have been dragged into, man. Don't tell me about these religions. You better find the black God, which is in the Bible, which is the God of the Hebrews, which you out. That's a disgusting thing. And they over there, brother, partying. They ain't tell her, you got to cover your head up. They ain't tell her, now listen, they should not show you how much hypocrites they are. You in your country, where it's the law, a woman got to have her head covered. And the president of the United States, Big King Willie, get off the plane with his skank and his skank come down the gangplank with nothing on her head, you ain't got nothing to say. You Negroes in the hood, don't you never tell your woman to cover your head again. You don't deserve the authority to tell your woman that. If you worshiping a God whose people will kiss the white man's ass and put down their own God just to appease that devil, don't you never tell me to worship that God. My people been in slavery 400 years. You think I want a God that you gonna compromise on? You telling me come worship my God when you gonna compromise your God when the white man come to your country? No, I need a God that deals with the white man and gets my people free. I don't need no God that say, I ain't God, but he's the white man coming. It's all right, whitey. You ain't got to cut your head. It's all right. I don't need no God like that. No, he can't help me. I ain't gonna help me. My people in slavery. I ain't gonna help me, man. My people in slavery, you're supposed to be God, and then the white man show up and all bets is off. That's how the hell I got in slavery. The hell I need you for?
Right.
Give me a God that stepped to the white man. Give me that God. Give me that God that don't give a damn about the white man. That's the God I want. And that's why you to call on your God, the black God. I want the God to tell the white man, you get them 2 million brothers out of prison that you done put on in so much evil charges and so much pouring of dope in the ghetto, and you rehabilitate them and apologize for your crimes, or I'm going to wipe you off of the face of the goddamn earth. That's the God I want. When you meet that God, you call me. Me and him got a lot to talk about. But don't tell me to go worship some God that you put your hands down when the white man come up. Your God so powerful, but whitey step off the plane. Pale face step off the tarmac in the desert, and all bets about God cease. Cease. They supposed to say she can't leave the airport. That was supposed to happen. She supposed to come out and go, whoa. Mr. President of the United States, welcome to our country. However, we have a strict law about women covering their head. Your wife will have to cover her head, or she will have to remain on the plane.
It's illegal in Saudi Arabia.
It's illegal.
Yeah, it ain't no
Women
doubt.
getting beat up,
It's illegal.
raped, so-called whore, locked up in jail for not covering their head. But not Hotep. Not Ivanka Hotep. Hotep, nigga. not ISIS. Right? Not the queen of all Egypt. She stepped off the tarmac and don't nobody blink a goddamn eye. They gave her a glass of goddamn water. So don't tell me about your religion and your God. They don't believe in none of their God. Trump don't believe in his God, and them Arabs don't believe in their God, or they stick with their God. That's why you better believe in yours. You better turn back to Yahweh, Shem Yahweh, and serve him, man. Because he will destroy this earth, man, for the evil that it's done.
I'll tell you, if I could, what Commander General Yohanna's bringing out is so true, and it should cut all of you white supremacists listening to the show right now. All of you white hate groups, skinheads, you thought that the enemy of Donald Trump, the enemy of Christianity, was any specific religion. You were fooled by your president, Donald Trump. Christianity does not have a religion that's its enemy. The enemy of Christianity, the enemy of Roman Catholicism, the enemy of the beast, of the deep state that runs this world is integrity. You understand? Righteousness.
Of that Bible.
Integrity of the Bible. That's correct. Nothing else is an enemy to the white man and to the deep state that governs America. Integrity is its enemy. And that's why Saudi Arabia, all of these Muslim countries that you were hoping that your president would be an enemy to, these religions are not an enemy to your president because they have no integrity to the word of God. And that's why the only real threat to the white man, to America, to Christianity, and to Islam is the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge. Because we have integrity. We stand for the word of God in that Bible, and none of your mosques do. Your mosque will bend over and compromise for another dollar. Your fake Israelite groups will bend over and compromise for $1. Your Christian preachers will bend over and compromise for $1 because they are void of integrity. And Commanding General Yohana has trained his soldiers to keep their integrity.
Let me tell you, that's why Christ is trying to bring us through the fire. And it's why Christ said, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. We to serve our King, man, to the very end. Because all this world, the Lord going to destroy every bit of this world, man. And let me tell you, you seeing it happen now. Like, what you holding, Slocket? Let me show you how the Lord feel about them coming together and like Muhammad said, throwing their integrity in the garbage and not respecting the Lord. Like this thing that they've done, let me tell you something. We're talking about a catastrophic event that took place 4,000 years ago in ancient Egypt that the Lord still holds up. What you think he's going to do this time around? He's going to do even worse in this earth to all these nations because of what has been done. Read that.
Psalms 83, verse 5. For they have consorted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
Right. They consort together with one consent. And they are confederate against the Lord. Even the so-called Jew. He's standing there with them Saudi Arabians dancing with the swords. He's supposed to be about the Torah. That's right. About thee. He's supposed to be on that. He's sitting up in there, brother, ready to wrap his head in the molar and go on and have Hajj with the rest of them. Go ahead,
Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom.
Edom, the white man. Go ahead.
And the Ishmaelites.
And Ishmael, them Arabs. Them tabernacles that came together, man, and been confederate against the word of the Lord. And the Edomites also include that so-called Jew as well. They done came together in this evil. And brother, that you compromised this Bible, brother, and you paid the price. We compromised it and joined the other nations and went into slavery. Right. And that is why we to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You listen to them dumb, stupid Christians if you want to. Right. Listen to them dumbass Christians telling you God's laws done away with they nasty, disgusting behind. Right. You evil, wretched beast, you Christians in them churches, man. I know that don't make me popular. General Yohana, I don't know how you expect brothers to listen to you. You coming up against them churches so bad. Talking about them churches so bad. I get the emails. Brothers send the emails over to me. I don't give a damn. If I'm messing up to anybody's ambitious plans in here, I'm sorry, you better find another group. Because you gonna have trouble trying to get your ambition taken care of in here. Every time you get a foothold in this place, you hear I'm gonna be coming. You're gonna be like, God damn it, here he comes. Can he finally shut that hell up? Because he compromising everything we trying to do. You goddamn right. And if you understand what these brothers in here understand, you would stand for the Most High regardless of what it make you look like. These churches is wretched as hell, man. And let me tell you something else too. You dirty, disgusting churches are murderers. And I'm going to tell you why. Because just like the Sadducees and Pharisees had evil men working in law enforcement, go back and read them scriptures. Paul was one of them. Paul was an evil law enforcement man until Christ came and got him. That's right. He was an officer of the Sanhedrin court and went out and did all kind of horrible things to the Lord's people. And you stinking, wretched black leaders in this kingdom, you NAACP niggas, man. You old Martin Luther King niggas. You church niggas. Salakia, I know I'm outside. Salakia, y'all got to afford me something. Come on. That's right, Bill. You got to give me some, Give me a pass. Y'all niggas always talk about forgiving in them churches. But forgive me not, you know me right. What they say, don't judge. That's what they say, son. They don't judge me. If I say fuck the white man, give me a pass. God damn it. You know, my family called me up from all over the country, man. All of my country. You on there supposed to be talking about God. How you gonna say you believe in Jesus with all that cussing? And these my big head uncles, you know what I'm saying? You know, they up in age, you shaming your mother, you they invoked the mother God on you. I love my mama. They invoked the mama God. Man, my Uncle Red want me check the hell out of me one day. Sidebar with me. He ain't never called me your aunt. Johnny, call me last name. You know, Bishop. Johnny, family the most important thing. What's wrong with you? Family, man. You never compromise family for all this you doing, man. You shame your mama, man. You shame her. Brother, he read me down. I'm in my 50s. This nigga read me like I'm 18. I just took it. I said, man, you know what, man? I said, I got to do what I got to do, and you know I love my mama, so stop it. You know what I mean? They don't mean, man. They don't know better. You know what I mean? But they better learn, because the Lord's going to do damage in this kingdom. After a while, He's going to bring hell down in this damn place. And brother, we going to have to do what has to be done to wake up these 12 tribes and bring them back, because these nations is doing mass evil to us. And you churches, you are the gateway to hell. You Christians in them churches. And what I wanted to bring out before I got off on a little tangent was that just like back in ancient times with them Christians in them churches, you black people, man, that's in them churches, you are the ones promoting black cops in America. And here's what's so evil about it. There's nothing wrong with a brother who's in the world who has been a cop. Now, but what you're supposed to be doing is waking him up. One, so he know how to deal with his people. And two, so he can get the hell out of that wretchedness, man. That wretched, evil system of oppression. Cops are for oppression. That's what cops are for. Cops don't stop crime. What crimes do cops be stopping? None. I can go out this door right now and rob somebody and get away with it. I may not get away with it, but the robbery will happen. I might end up going to jail, but I will get the cash out the person's pocket. So they ain't stopping no crime. They just oppressing a nation and forcing that nation into crime. And because they get forced into crime, they end up in prison houses by the millions. And you black cops, you evil black bastard. I got some stories tonight, pissed me off this week. The brothers, I didn't even want to come in tonight because the stories that these brothers brought out this week are that the amount of evil cops is doing, and black cops also. But there's some silver lining. I'm going to go to that silver lining. There's one story about them two captains that's about to get fired. They captains, I think. Captains or lieutenants. Chiefs. They police chiefs, black ones, brothers. And they about to get fired because they exposed the evil that these white bastards is doing on this police force. Listen, we got ex-cops right in there. Y'all know we done brought General Hobbs up many times. And he be laying the story out clear, brother. So you can talk all that cop crap. You Christians in them churches, you like to talk like them black cops is benevolent. You full of it. We got a straight up in the ghetto ex-black SWAT trainer. Okay, all the American cop, all American Rambo Negro cop, Captain America for ex-Captain America. He Hebrew America now. Hebrew nation. You understand? But he done saw the other side. And brothers go into that because they warriors by nation. Like they warriors. They born to be warriors. They couldn't stop being warriors if they wanted to. They go join the military, become cops. They do all that just because they can't not do it. until the Lord provides them a nation that they can defend, that they can help, that they can get brothers off drugs, that they can fix black cops. Then they can come to the Lord's nation. But before it was the Lord's nation was built, they didn't have a choice. They either had to take on the gods of the white man or the Arabs or somebody else, or they had to go into the white man's way of being a damn cop. And you Christians producing evil brothers in them daggone police forces who are taking the mindset of you thoughtless, wretched church people. And because they doing that, they going out doing evil to brothers. So I'm going to take a quick break. And now that we done celebrated Donald Trump's Hajj, he's officially a Muslim now. Y'all make sure when Trump get back, you black Muslims, you make sure you salute him. You give him the honorable shake of Allah. Right. You make sure you extend him the honorable hand of Allah when you get together with him. Okay? And deal with him because he's been joining the head of the Arab world, your God, and done did his thing. But when we get back, I'm going to talk about these black cops and the evil things that they doing to black people. Back in a minute, y'all live on the UPK. Yeah. Let me tell you something, man. When you stand up for this truth, you to be hated like Christ said. He said, rejoice when you hated from all manner of men on this earth. And this UPK is often hated because we put out the truth. And so men create all kind of sideline lies in an attempt to trash the UPK. They wearing the shield. We've explained that. I heard this last week. I think I heard somebody put it out that I wear a bulletproof vest. See, that nigga can say what he say because he wear a bulletproof vest. That's how that nigga deal with that. See, you can't say what he say unless you got a bulletproof vest on. Nigga, I ain't got, don't shoot at me, nigga, but I ain't got no bulletproof. You understand? You lying. You lying because really, here's why. You lying. The brothers that put that out, they lying because they are afraid to do what we do. So in their mind, so Satan play on their mind and say, see, they only do what they do because they wearing bulletproof vests. You understand? We not criminals, man. You understand? We men come to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And it takes manhood to do that, man. You understand? It takes manhood to do that. And because of that, brothers get the wrong impression. You know what I mean? But they dead wrong. I don't wear no bulletproof vest. Some of the other lies too. I'll get to them a little bit later. Let's get to these good stories, man. Y'all got ready to rock, General, please.
Come to one cut. University of Maryland student charged because a Bowie State student identified in fatal stabbing. A University of Maryland student has been charged with first-degree murder in the fatal stabbing of a Bowie State University student. The Bowie State victim has been identified as 23-year-old Richard Collins III.
And let me tell you something. This is University of Maryland, right? Yeah, let me tell you, this just happened. First of all, Bowie, Maryland. If anybody know about Bowie, Maryland, it is an extremely wealthy black area. Black ball players, black politicians, black successful people in government all move out to Bowie. Right. They got $1 million mansions out there, and they right off of the campus of the University of Maryland, which is predominantly white but has a strong, well-to-do black population on campus. And once again, rich black people who trying desperately to join this empire teach their children to not be aware of these evil white people. And their children is on college campuses and completely unaware, thinking liberalness works in America. And because of it, things like this happen. Listen to this. Go ahead, General, please.
Christopher Urbanski of Severna Park, Maryland, approached Collins while he was standing at the bus stop on Regent Drive near Montgomery Hall. Urbanski walked up to the victim and stabbed him in the chest. The suspect told Collins, step left, step left.
Listen, this cracker, step Collins, he walking down to the bus stop. He tell the Jake, once again, this is the spirit, the real spirit of America. Right. Like this Edomite ain't just learned this. Right. They been had this spirit. It's just Donald Trump done affirmed that they can now come out just like Pharaoh did, man, when he told his people to throw our babies in the river, man. This is exactly the reincarnation of those events. He told Colin, step left, which is the audacity, like to just walk up and step left, step left. Like you got to now get out the way of the white man. Like the white man want the way it was, where a Negro scurried out his way when he came down the street. He wanted back. Donald Trump wanted back. Even though Donald Trump out there having hard with the Arabs. Yeah, but that's, and let me tell you something. That's why, once again, man, for my brothers that's in Islam, I got nothing but love for you, and I'm sorry. I have nothing but sorrow for the mistake that you've been taught in this empire, man. I got nothing but love for you as my people. But what you've been taught is so detrimental in this, that you now in a religion that you thinking is pro-black when the president and the Arabs have got together and they working together to make billions off of them countries they about to invade. Like Donald Trump bombed Syria before he got in there because them Saudis want Syria. The Israelis want Syria. They want to cut Syria in half, brother, and break themselves off and run a pipeline out of the Ukraine down there and get paid. It is gazillions on the line of cash. Okay? It's my new word. Gazillions of cash on the line that they holding on the line. So now, they gonna come together. But you, a black man in America, that bastard still gonna come back and be racist to you. And the people you done align yourself with, they ain't gonna fight for you. You think them dancing, tea drinking bastards that done handed them swords over to the devil, you think they gonna now fight and argue your case in the United States against this white man for the incarceration, the murder, the cops killing you, the child support, false child support cases, the destroying the family? You think that they now gonna speak up for you and stop this devil? My heart breaks for you, man. Because at this point, the children of Israel got to call on the God of the Hebrews, because that's the only one that's gonna come up against this madness, man, that's going on. Because this madness, like this brother is dead on the East Coast in the state of Maryland. He's dead. Ain't no bringing this brother back. Now, who gonna fight for the next brother that the next white supremacist is seeking to destroy? Who gonna be the advocate? Y'all gonna raise Martin Luther King from the dead to speak for you? Is that what you gonna do now? You understand? You surely ain't gonna go. Your Arab leaders ain't gonna say nothing. Hell, the Arabs in Saudi Arabia done bowed down and done put down their sword for the devil. So who is going to stand for you, man? Who gonna plead your case? Who gonna fight your fight and argue your point? The NAACP, them whores who building more abortion clinics and fighting for the rights of abortion clinics? Them congressmen and senators who's more interested in their impeachment of Donald Trump than they are of the devastation that's happened to you. And forget about our brothers, the Issacharites, who we desperately need. We don't give up tribes. Right. The hell is wrong with you? We don't give up tribes. We don't throw tribes away. Right. It's our tribes, man. Belong to us. This bastard locking them up like this. Listen, I'm furious. Listen, I'm glad I'm the age I am, because I know I ain't going to be around that much longer. And I ain't going to lie to you. I'm kind of glad, because I hope I ain't got to see much more unless Christ return. Then I'm cool. But if not, shoot. You know what I mean? I don't know how long for. I might be like, look, y'all hurry up, get me checked out. You know what I'm saying? Because this is evil. It's beyond evil. It's ridiculous. It's beyond evil. And let me tell you something, man. I don't care about my life, not my family, nothing, money. I don't care about nothing. But getting a chance to speak these words of Yahushua to you is all I care about. You understand? Ain't gonna be no food on my dinner table tonight when I get home. Oh, so you don't care about me, huh, nigga? I guess you don't care about that food I'm supposed to eat. Where's that? It's in the trash, nigga. All right. but I'm just joking. In all truthfulness, man, you cannot care about nothing. You got to do what Yahushua did, which is, and Stephen and Peter and Paul and them did. You got to say what got to be said, man. And only the UPK has ever done that, man. It's UPK, damn it. You understand? And that's what you got to do. Otherwise, you're wasting your life when you could be doing the greatest thing you could ever do to black people. I saw a wonderful interview. Pick up the Captain Tom Moore and the brothers that went with him had that interview. I just saw that tape. That was beautiful. And you know, when I heard the brothers breaking down the different programs, sister asked me, what do you brothers do for the community? And the brothers was breaking down all the programs. I didn't realize we got so many programs. Brothers was breaking down the programs we do and different stuff we do with the brothers. Brothers do so much. Tawar himself, Captain Tawar, do so much with the food program and feeding so many brothers and their families, man. You understand? I got together with the brothers, man, went out there and bought him a new freezer. Not to toot my own horn, it was the school bought it. You know what I mean? I just organized it. It wasn't me. It was the brothers went out and bought him a new freezer. And the brothers took it over there, man, and stacked it up full of food. And, you know, sisters calling Tawar up, man, needing food for their babies. Old Captain go over there anytime, day or night, man, bringing them shopping bags of food, feeding them. He doing a hell of a job. And let me tell you, and them programs is amazing. But as I sat there and I listened to them programs, I said, this is real nice and this is really good. But I'm sorry, I'm from the projects in the Bronx. I kind of gets down to the point of things in certain situations. And I said to myself, as I'm saying it, those is wonderful, but I don't give a damn about nothing but teaching this word to everybody on this earth and returning this nation back to Christ. Not that they wrong, man. Don't get me wrong. Don't nobody take that the wrong way. The job we do, I started in the food program with the brother, and Lord knows many a day I was hungry enough to need it. So don't get nothing twisted in what you hear me say. These programs will continue and exist and grow and help this nation. My point is, what Tawar do on them streets in Philadelphia with the microphone is all he should ever have to say that he does in the UPK. Like black people love, especially you church niggas. You love to hear all that, you know, all the different stuff we do, because to you, that validates us. You know what I'm saying? To them, oh, y'all teaching GED, that's good. Not the sister on the interview, but I'm saying in general. Oh, y'all got a food program. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, y'all got you bring black families together. You go to court, show them how to go. Oh, that's beautiful. That's nice. And we do all them things, and they are all nice. But what should be recognized is when the captain say, I go out on the street corner and I open my mouth and call black men back to the truth of the Most High. Then that should be in a right world, you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, you know what, Cap? You ain't got to say no more, because that's the real job. The real job. These brothers halfway out of their mind walk down the street. I'm coming back to the story. Walk down the street, going to so-called college, trying to get a degree, end up dead in a kingdom where it's supposed to be 2017, modern kingdom. 2 million of us in debt. We in utter poverty as a nation, destroyed beyond belief. Getting 350 babies a year killed in abortion clinics. You're shipping out one tribe. You starving all the Gadites on the reservation. I brought that out the other day, brother. Listen, brother, I brought that out. They had a show on. I don't know if I mentioned this part. Y'all got to forgive me. Once again, I know I'm running all off, messing up all the stories, but y'all got to let me say something. Let me tell you something. I'm watching that Jake. There's a Jake out there got that comedy show about America, Shades of America, whatever that thing is, right? You know, he did a story on the Gadites a couple of weeks ago. You should check it out on YouTube. And as I'm watching the story, I'm saying to myself, the Gadites got nothing out there. They saying they starving, they living off of $300,000 a year, some ridiculously fifth world country poverty. that these Gadites is living off of in them Dakotas. Drug dealers running all up on their young. They said white boys got gangs, biker gangs running on the reservation, raping, robbing, one cop for thousands of square miles of the reservation. Cops outside the reservation, that's out of our jurisdiction. To us, that's another country. Right. Meanwhile, then I'm watching. I'm saying, what? Like any man's trying to survive. If he's trying to survive, he got nothing. Whatever little he have, he utilizes that in an attempt to survive. So they got their land. I don't understand what the problem is, that they can't take this land, cultivate it, and turn it into so much industry. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching the show. I'm trying to watch. I'm watching. Finally, he go talk to a brother, a Gadite, and they sitting on a bench. When you get to the part they're sitting on a bench, when you're sitting on the bench talking to a Gadite, watch that part closely. So he's sitting on the part, he's talking to the Gadite, and he asks the Gadite, what is the problem? How could this be fixed? And the Gadite says, see, this is what you don't understand. And he answered my question, brother. My blood boiled. My blood boiled when he answered the question. Because I'm waiting for it the whole show. I'm trying to look in the spirit to see, what is the deal here? So the Gadite brother say, look, here's the problem. Here's what people don't understand. He said the North American Indian does not own this land. Now I'm listening. He said this land is held in trust by the United States government for the different North American Indians. He said if we want to buy a house or turn any economy on, like buy a house and rent it out or build a building to rent out, he said we got to get approval by the United States government to even monetize anything. He said we got to farm something to make it a farm where you make money off it. We got to go through the government. He said, and they cut all of that off. So they, in essence, got laws starving these Gadites where they can't build nothing, they can't farm nothing. All they can do is sit in poverty and starve to death. And they so attached to the land as a tribe, having had it before this bastard took it over, that they don't want to give up the land to go join Esau's world, but can't do nothing while they on the land. And then they turn to Esau, and Esau starts saying, well, they selling drugs. They got so much alcohol on the reservation. And he talking like he don't have a clue that he's starving these people to death. He talking like they just don't want. And I listened to that and I saw that part in that clip and it made my skin crawl and boil for two reasons. One, in more confirmation that the Gadites are the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. I didn't need that show to show me that. Okay, North Salaki, Jeremiah is correct. I gotta let you know I'm talking about the North American Indian. I shouldn't goddamn have to tell you that by now, but North American Indian, it has nonetheless. However, because the whole world should know that they the tribe of Gad or the children of Israel. And I can't wait till the whole world knows. Because it's going to help you to understand the Egyptian slavery that you are in right now. Right or wrong. And that's number one. Then number two is show me how cruel this bastard is. Like these are the people you almost exterminate. And that Jeff Sessions is their hero. Man, come on, you can break that thing down. You know that history. That old Jeff Sessions that Donald Trump appointed is like the king of racism. His predecessor is the one that orchestrated the Trail of Tears, that killed hundreds of thousands of Gadites. They women and children, marched them to reservations and starved them to death. Andrew Jackson, that was his mentor. They grew up, they've been holding that white racist line for the longest. And you telling me that God ain't going to destroy these empires on this earth for all this evil? They done did twice as bad as Egypt, ancient Egypt. And look what he did to them. What you think he going to do right here in this empire and the empires of this world? Right. You better go read Revelation 18 again. It's about to get nasty with the power of the Most High. You understand? So, I'm all off. So, to say that, let me just finish on this thing and we'll go back to Salaki, because I'm all off topic with it, Salaki. But I brought that back to say, and then here we are in 2017, once again, and here's what boiled me also real quick, is that what they were saying about them Gadites with the drinking and the drugs and the this and that and the partying is exactly what they say about black people. It's exactly, and it gave me a chance to step out of my blackness and see how it's said to another people, knowing the real truth about it. Gave me an angle, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to see it on that angle. And brother, it was so vile what they did. And once again, I don't know about you out there, but I see those type of things and they reveal to me and they confirm to me the Bible is true. They confirm that our captivity is true. They confirm that we are the children of Israel in captivity again, doing the same thing we did in the past. They completely confirm it for us. So I don't know about you, but you should wake up and see that. And here we are, another case the general bringing out right now. That is exactly, you can't walk. They try to bring it back to where you ain't going to be able to walk down the street without this devil telling you, get the hell out his way. He wants full white supremacy again. Give me some more on the general. We're going to take a quick break. Go ahead, please.
Urbanski told Collins, step left, if you know what's best for you. Collins replied, no, and that's when he was stabbed. A friend ran toward Baltimore Avenue to call 911.
Ran, and brother, like that's hell. That's what this world is coming to. And you have not seen the tip of it. I told you, they're going to be riding through the ghetto, brother, in pickup trucks with walkie-talkies and using the internet with GPS tracking to run and hunt down black people because he is making it lawful for them to do it. And listen, black people going to blame black people in the ghetto. And that's why you dirty, stinking rat cops. You rat cops and you dirty, stinking black cops. You going to help make it justifiable, the mass murder that's about to happen to blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians in this country. You understand? And only the UPK is coming fervently up against what the hell they are doing, man. Hey, I'm gonna take a break. Come on, just in a minute.
He's part of a Facebook group called Alt-Right. Y'all heard
right.
That?
Some old racist, white supremacist group. Listen, they popping up all over the place. Remember the cracker that did the news report on us? Turned around and said that they got 900 of them down in this metro area, and turned around saying they popping up like crazy all over the place. Because why? Because Donald Trump giving them the green light while he's sipping tea and dancing and holding hands with the blackest Saudi Arabians. Okay? Them Saudi Arabians, chocolate black, look like a Negro. Them Saudi Arabians, because they Ishmael, come from Abraham, same family. You understand? Even though they look like they had a little tan on them, I don't know, you know. Ishmael, whatever. So my point being this, that he down with them while oppressing you. You understand? While being a racist against you, which is why you need Christ, man. You need Christ to come. Like all this, damn right. Last point. All this bull crap talk from you stinking churches about being saved in the blood of Jesus and being saved. Black people need to be saved by Christ from other people. That's who they need to be saved from. Christ. You act like Satan is just a demon running around causing havoc everywhere. It's people following Satan that's causing havoc. And black people, Hispanic people, Native Indian people got to be saved from them animals, man. I as UBK, back in a moment, y'all. One person, come on and get down. I want to remind you to pay your tithes and support this truth. Keep paying your tithes. It is absolutely necessary to keep this truth going, man, and to build these camps. You understand? And to bring this nation out of the hell that it is in. General, what we going to? What we doing next?
Fort Worth, Texas.
Come on.
Top cops in Fort Worth demoted over leaked video of black families' arrests. Two Fort Worth police officials have been demoted for their roles in leaking body camera footage and personnel records after the controversial arrest of Jacqueline Craig and her two teenage daughters.
If you can, sir, get me the footage. That's the story where the white boy who moved into the black neighborhood, who was working on his house, saw the black kid throw some trash or something in front of his house and went and hit the black child. Mother came out, daughter came out, raising hell with this cracker for putting his hands on her kid. And the cops showed up and locked her up and her daughter up. And of course, you would have never known about it But the black cops decided to be righteous at their own peril and put the story out because I guarantee you, them black cops dealing with a ton of racism. And that's another thing. You evil black cops, not these brothers, but you evil black cops that know you working with white racist cops all the time. And you go home mad and frustrated every night because you dealing with these white racist cops. And then you turn around and you start you start pouring that hatred out on black people and blaming them for these racist cops.
That's right.
You understand? Like these racist cops feeling justified. Then you catch some brother stealing or robbing or doing some crime. And now you angry at him because it's like he giving a reason for these white racists to be racist. So you mad with him and beat him even more. When you dumb and stupid as hell. If black people stop committing every crime in America, if tonight black people didn't commit no crime, this bastard would pass a law to make breathing the fucking air
That's
illegal.
right.
Excuse my French. Excuse my Like that's what he would do. And you low-life niggas, you low-life politicians and you low-life black cops, you, instead of you cleaving on to your people and loving them, you take on that hatred as if it's black people's fault. Let me tell you something, man. Anybody that tell you the cops is justified for what they do is the evilest bastard you've ever met, dressed up in a chocolate skin suit.
That's right.
That's what that bastard is. And I'm going to explain to you why. Because any bastard, this man done poured dope in our neighborhood.
Right.
Listen, dragged our forefathers over here in cargo slave ship.
Right.
Wiped us out as a people. Starved us to death. Destroyed and broke up and sold our families all in slavery. We did emancipate slavery and then enact Jim Crow laws. Do all kinds of evil things to us. Brother, I got a story coming out where these sisters tell a story out of right after the emancipation of slavery. Do you know that these sisters said how white sheriffs forced these sisters, here it is good, forced these sisters back at the turn of the century to go out and find men in bars and to be friendly with them and kiss and hug with them and all, and then step outside the bar and accuse the men of rape. And then the white sheriffs would come, lock them up, and send them to the chain gang to work on farms. And they was getting 15 and 20 years, and they'd be sending these broads into bars on the. I'm gonna show you that story out. Like the mass amount of hidden evil that this white man have done to black people. And for you in this time to turn around and act like black cops is justified, like cops, period. When you created this bastard, he wrote a 400-page report of how he poured heroin and cocaine in the ghetto. Wrote a whole, they did a movie on it. Freeway Ricky Ross, they did a movie about it.
That's right.
Based on the fact on how they flooded these ghettos, man, and destroyed these families and destroyed black organizations that was started. Listen, Crips and Bloods was not gangs. Crips and Bloods was organizations fighting against white racist groups coming down from the California mountains, killing black people.
That's right.
That's how they got formed. The Black Panther Party, political group with breakfast programs, fighting black political issues, made into radicals by COINTELPRO and undercover fucking cops. Excuse my damn French. That's how they became the Black Panthers that we know of today. They did these things to black people. And for you to turn around and say black cops is right and black people got to stop doing this, if you say black people got to stop doing anything, the problem ain't that black people got to stop doing a goddamn thing. Right. The problem is black people have to get out of oppression from the devil that's forcing them to do these things. Like you're so evil to do that. You such an evil, selfish, thoughtless bastard to do that, man. You understand? To do something like that. These bastards like that bastard Giuliani get up and say, why don't you black people teach your kids how to respect the cops? The cops killing black people, they respect them. What's the name of the brother that was the teacher? They blew it away in front of his daughter. She put it on Facebook. The wife and daughter put it on Facebook. The brothers got it in one of the songs they put out. Philando Castile. Their names should be on the wall. Let me tell you something, man. He's a teacher sitting in the car, complying with the officer, telling the officer everything the officer asked him to tell him. He get killed in the car for the hatred and fear of us. And you telling me that ain't nobody should, and this ain't happening to nobody else? Let me tell you something. Black cops, you the evilest bastards in the world. And Christ gonna run you out of the because you're an evil bunch of lowlifes. You did not do what the scripture said. Now you got to get me what Moses said when he came down off the mountain to deal with these niggas, man. Because they was evil. To think how they was thinking against these brothers, man. When these Egyptians were doing this to us and are doing it to us today. The Lord ain't hold Moses accountable for the killing he did. It was wrong for him to kill the Egyptian. That's why the Lord took him out of Egypt to show him a better way. He spent 40 years in the wilderness as a fugitive for killing that Egyptian. He should not have killed the Egyptian.
Oh, God.
But he killed the Egyptian because of the evil oppression that was done to the Lord's people. And because of it, why did the Lord use him? Why didn't the Lord go get a man that ain't killed no Egyptian? Why did he go get a man that killed the goddamn Egyptian? Why did he use him? You wicked niggas!
That's right. That's right.
Why didn't the Lord use him? Somebody else. You wicked niggas! Because he had to find somebody that gave a damn enough about black people.
That's right.
That was smart enough to see that they was oppressed, you evil, wicked, wretched Christian niggas in them churches, man. When that old bastard Giuliani came and shut down all the vendors on 125th Street. Such an evil bastard. Them brothers was out there selling all on 120th. They was making money too. The crowds was coming out. 125th Street was like a black festival area. Harlem, New York. Black brothers was selling out there. Now, listen, when I first came into truth, after I came out of college and came into the truth, I moved right down into Harlem. I couldn't get no job. It was the crack era. It was the 80s. There wasn't no jobs. Right. I had to go out vending. And listen, and the brothers taught me how to vend, taught me how to set up the table, where to go buy my jewelry and different things I was selling. And brother, that's how I paid my rent when I came into UPK. I paid my rent by making $25 a day. I took that $25 a day, got me a trans pass, used a little bit for food, put the rest together for my rent and my utilities, paid my tithes off the top. Done. That was my life for years in the beginning when I first came into UPK. You understand? Hustling off of a table to survive. You understand? And them brothers was down there on 125th Street doing this. It gave them the freedom to not be on no slavery, have to put a suit on, punch into no clock. They was able to go to camp when they wanted. They pack up their tables, we pack up our tables. So, once again, I can't give up all the beautiful things that happen in the brotherhood. Salakia. I don't care if they my enemy or not. This brotherhood is the only thing we got. You don't got everything else you think you got is a goddamn illusion, man. It's a fake illusion. This is all we got. I'm not giving this up. Damn that. So, brothers, that's how brothers survived, man. And there was brothers that was independent, strong. That bastard Giuliani, that low-life scumbag, turned around and cut off all the vendors, wiped them off of 125th Street out. Just outlawed the thing. Just woke up one day and decided to destroy everybody's livelihood. Through the grace and mercy of the Lord, I was not involved. I was not a vendor by then. By then, I had come up into UPK and we had gotten into other things. We had other brothers selling on tables and stuff like that. But I started that way and I had empathy for them brothers. Then I go back to Harlem years later. It's an outlaw, it's a health hazard, it's this, it's that, all this BS. Then, of course, they open it back up for the vendors. And I go up 125th, we go visit the brothers in New York in the camp. And who's there? All damn heathens are. Ethiopians, Arabs, every nasty heathen that they done brought off of some ship from the other side of the world that they trying to make a better life for because they done took over their damn country. They moved them into Harlem, and now they all the vendors making money. They gentrify Harlem, and now everything is beautiful. And of course, black people are only the people buying retail. And of course, when they can't get no jobs no more, and now they can't vend because they ain't got the licenses, and the heathens do, and they starving, and they can't feed their family, and they don't know what to do when they go in the street and start becoming criminals. You dirty, stinking black cops are going to say, see, these niggas need to police their own area. They need to be better on top of their business. They need to stop committing these crimes. They need to clean up the trash in their neighborhood. You low-life scumbags. That's right. Quit your stinking job and get in these streets and help feed them, that's you right. Low-life niggas. Like, that's wickedness on high.
That's right.
So how you gonna then blame them? How you gonna blame them? I lived through the crack era. Listen, if any man that is 15 years old to 25 years old right now in America, 8 out of 10 of them, mother and father was on crack. 8 out of 10. 6 out of 10 of their grandparents were heroin addicts. 6 out of 10. Heroin addict, parents, crack addict, here they are, 17 years old in America, no damn jobs. And you blame them. You low-life bastard. Right. You snake in the grass, you thoughtless creature, you animal of Satan. Which is why, through the grace and mercy of the Lord, I cannot wait till they close these churches down. The Lord is going to find a way, give us a way, and he's going to defund these churches, and he's going to shut them down. And you nasty, fat, pork-eating black bitches in them churches.
That's right, that's right.
You're going to be run out of them churches. Starting with Aunt Jemima, Oprah Winfrey herself. And again, forgive me. I got sins too. But you bastards got to go. Give it to me in Exodus, and I'm going to get up off of this real quick. Because these cops are monsters. Go ahead.
We have Exodus 2 verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was groomed.
No, come on, give me more. Come on down right to it where right before he go out and he look on them. And he see one spiting the other. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together.
He went and saw them brothers fighting each other. Go ahead.
And he said to whom that did the wrong.
There was one that was a criminal. One of them was a criminal. And he was doing wrong. Moses didn't discount his wrong. What did Moses tell him? Go ahead.
Wherefore smitest thou thy fellow? And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us?
And here's the thing. Here's what's so deep about that statement. He said to that brother, why are you doing this evil to another brother? Meaning Moses understood that this oppression comes from the Egyptian. That's why he went out and killed the Egyptian the day before. Don't nobody go out and kill no white people, okay? That's not what I'm saying. This is for our edification, man. For you to have the right mindset so you can get the brainwashing off of you. He went out and killed that Egyptian because he knew that was the problem. Listen, he said one of them was wrong, that was doing wrong to the other. Why didn't he kill that brother that was doing wrong to the other brother? Because he knew that wasn't the bottom problem. He knew the problem was you oppressed under the Egyptians. Why aren't you smart enough, you dirty, stinking cops? You black cops? Moses was telling you, why aren't you smart enough to understand, you dumbass, that it is the Egyptians that causing this crime? Why you couldn't see that? That's what Moses was trying to tell this asshole. And that's what you black cops better learn. That's what General Haas learned and came up in there and other brothers that was cops, man. They didn't chastise black people and beat their spirit in the ground and tell them, like you stinking Christian, dude, you gotta stop pulling your pants up. Right. That's the problem. Showing the crack of your behind. While you the nastiest hoe in church in a nice $300 dress, you stink ass hoe. I'm sorry. Listen, I ain't even gonna come into that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Salakia. I talked about your mama. You know, I'm sorry. But brother, it's so much evil in these churches. Christianity is a diabolical satanic religion. Right. It is the religion of America that helps destroy us. It is the gateway for Planned Parenthood to kill our babies. It is the gateway to produce evil black cops that will murder and kill our own people. It is the gateway for businesses to come in our neighborhood and to raise themselves up in power and starve our children, man. It is the gateway for all of that. And the minute the Lord ended, man, you're going to see the whole black community change overnight, man. Right. But in the meanwhile, we supposed to love and care for the Lord's people, man.
That's right.
Not looking at them like the problem is them. Right. They not the problem. You got the white man 400 years of slavery on us. You mad because a Negro don't comply with all the rules of this evil empire? Right. This man get a pass for 400 years of slavery, all the oppression in the world. And this nigga that grew up in the ghetto, poor and in hell, with his parents on drugs from the white man, now he don't get a goddamn pass. Right. He can't get no mercy out of your wretched, wicked ass. Right. This place, man, is the house is Satan. You hear me? This is Satan. Come on, give me some more. Come on, with please.
Hey, I want to say, like, when you brought up about how when you got a choice as a police officer on being down with Esau and hitting your brothers or going another direction, if you go that other direction, you're not going to have no job. You're going to be inside, off the streets.
You see that?
When I made the choice of not harassing Jake no more and locking him up, I was pulled off my car. My SWAT car, it took me off. It put me in the wagon. And when I wouldn't do that then, it made me walk the beat on the street. Because I made a choice not to harass Jake unnecessarily. And then when I did stop him, I wouldn't give no tickets. It'd be a warning release. And that was my whole night, warning release. I got pulled off on it. I mean, I got called
to the carpet. And if I could, now, because Christians watch this show, I know because they send me emails all the time. No matter how much I berate them, they turn the show on every week. Right. You know what I'm saying? What's up, G man? All my Christian fans. The reason I want to bring up a point based on what you said, and I want that report, Muhammad, you gave me about the disparaging in the arrest of black people versus white people. Because I know what you Christians think. Well, he got pulled off because he was not making arrests. He should have been making arrests and all that. Let me tell you something now. They brought this out in Ferguson. Come on with the report. Because they brought this out in Ferguson of how these people these cops, black cops, arrest white people all the time and let them go and don't charge them and all that. Meanwhile, the black people they arrest, they sending them to jail. They automatic. In other words, the brainwashing that America has put on the world is that we're a bunch of criminals and thieves. That's why when you saw that news reporter coming in and did the interview, he asked me if I was having a license to carry. And he's saying it like, what the hell is going on? Like a black man can't have no licenses like that. Like a black man can't. We got cops in, brother, ex-cops coming in. Like, you are a criminal in their mind. And so if you don't adhere to dealing with every black person as a criminal, as a cop, you looked at like something is wrong with you. Right. Meanwhile, them same very cops, which we're going to bring the report out, and I know General Haas and others can attest to it, them same cops, they brought the report out in Ferguson. They said in Ferguson, white people get stopped and let go all the time. Black people get stopped, get a red light, get a ticket. Here's how evil they are. Then, of course, if they don't pay the ticket within 7 days or something, it gets doubled. And then with that, if they don't pay it after that, because now it's doubled, they couldn't pay it the first 7 days, you know they can't pay it the next. It gets another fine. At a certain point, they send the warrant squad out. They come and lock you up, and now you're incarcerated. So if you had a job, you're about to lose it. If you was living paycheck to paycheck, you're now homeless. If your relationship was fragile as it could be, it is now destroyed. And they said how they was doing this on a regular basis. White people get pulled over, they letting them go. And listen, and black cops, you evil niggas, black cops are doing the same thing because they in the same brainwashed mind as the white cops. So they looking at a black person doing the same thing. They look at a white person like this is a person who is an innocent person that made a mistake. Pull over a black person and this is a criminal that's potentially getting away with other crimes. That's why that bastard Zimmerman killed that boy. That Zimmerman killed that boy because of just what he said on that phone. He said they always get away. And he don't know. He didn't know Trayvon Martin. He didn't know Trayvon Martin from a can of paint. So who is he talking about when he say they always get away? Meaning all black people get away. Like Trayvon Martin straight up is dead because Zimmerman thought like all white racists about black people. And the problem, here's the problem, that you got black cops that think like Zimmerman. You got black Zimmermans. And those black Zimmermans, black people end up dead because of them. And brother, that brainwashing got to be ended. And it only gets ended if Christ, damn right. Damn right. Let me tell you something. It only gets ended if Christ gets men that is strong enough in the spirit to understand these scriptures, come into the UPK, and to truly say the truth and cut through the brainwashing. If you are black, Hispanic, or Native Indian in America, and your first mental response to an issue with blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians is not to side with blacks, Native American Indians, and Hispanics, you are probably brainwashed. Like when an issue come up with black people, I automatically side with them till I hear the whole story. And you know why? Because I know that I'm fighting psychological mental brainwashing that is being put out every day, all day. I quote Haldeman every week, the presidential cabinet member under Nixon, who came out and said, we use the 6 o'clock news to brainwash everybody into hating black people and looking at them as criminals and drug addicts so we can raid them, so we can kill their leaders, so we can break up their organization. They said it. So if you black and you awake and you trying to understand issues, and I know I'm killing the time. We got so much good stories. I'm going to come back to it. But if you are awake and you are black and you trying to understand what is happening with black people, you got to be already conscious that there is a conscious effort to brainwash you into hating your own people. So your first reaction got to be to side with your people and understand what is happening first. That got to be your first reaction. Then you can weigh the thing out and see. Once again, I ain't telling nobody to go out and kill anybody. But that's what Moses did. Moses overreacted in the right way and committed the wrong act. Moses came out and saw that Egyptian killing a Hebrew, lived in the palace, saw the wealth of Egypt, saw the power of Egypt, had the power of Egypt, saw the oppression of the Hebrews, saw how they talked about the Hebrews in their halls, saw what they did to the Hebrews. He come out on the street, and he stand out on the street, and he see exactly what they are doing to his people firsthand. And then he see an Egyptian smiting, going to kill a Hebrew. He do not even judge whether or not the Egyptian is right to kill his brother. He don't even take a thought of it. He looked left and right and he killed the Egyptian. Why? Why did he do it? He did it because he was not brainwashed.
That's right.
He did it because he damn right. He did it. I got to convey this, man. I'm coming right back. He did it because he understood that these brothers are being killed by these Egyptians, not because so much for the crime they committed, but because of the overall oppression of these Egyptians. He understood that. But you black leaders don't understand because you're a wretched, filthy whore that has taken money to open your ass up to whoever wants to screw you and your people. And you take it every time they get it. And because of it, you can't see what evil you're doing to your own people. Like black leaders who double-cross black people have no idea how much damage they do to black people. Like the whole reason they paying you off is because what they getting ready to do to black people is so evil that they cannot just openly do it. They need you to run interference with them. Like they can't open up abortion clinics in every ghetto. Black men will get up and say, yo, man, get rid of them abortion clinics. You killing our babies. They would do it automatically. But how do you get it done? You go pay a whore, a black leader. And now that black leader fights for you to get you to bring them abortion clinics in and kill them babies, and you get to make your money. What happens to the people he compromised? They get destroyed. If you're a black cop, you wretched, filthy piece of garbage, you should be, you should be repentant. You should be repentive for being such a thoughtless pig to your own people. That's number one. Right. Then number two, you should in the least, you should be saying to yourself, I'm not going to allow the brainwashing of hating my people to enter into my heart. I'm going to weigh and judge my people righteously. And I'm going to side with them, save the evidence be different. And I'm not going to take a brainwashed stand against them for a man that done enslaved them for 400 years. Like, why the hell would I side with a man that did so much evil to God's people? Regardless of what the judgment is. What about his judgment that have never come? It ain't been a slave yet that he been brought to justice for. He ain't paid a $2 fine for one slave that died in his custody. Not one black baby that died in his custody in slavery did he have to pay 10 cents for. Not one. Not one. But you so judgmental for this black criminal. You so got no compassion for this black criminal. Meanwhile, Christ stood on the cross with two criminals, man, and forgave that brother for his sins because he repented. Here's what you don't know, you filthy, stinking, Bible-toting Christian, and you low-life scumbag cops. You don't know that you are 10 times more wicked than that brother you arresting every night. You filthy, stinking bastard. That's what you don't know. So last week, I'll give it back to you. It was good.
Sir, can I bring up one more thing for you about how we ran the stats?
Make it
based off of his stats.
Go ahead.
Now, I ran into a situation working, right, where we locked up these Edomites twice. One time, they stabbed somebody. Now, you stab somebody, that's ag assault, simple assault, attempted murder, the whole nine, everything. We go to court, they come to a lawyer, they get off on this shit as simple assault. Easy money. Another time, they try to fight us. I'm talking, we physically fight. This is a fist fight. Straight up brawl in the streets. That shit is assault on the police, the whole nine. They come with the court with lawyers. They get off on they drop the whole fucking charge to probation, but then they walk scot-free.
Let me tell you something, and how you gonna have a system and call it justice, and it's justice based on how much money you got. Like how the hell you gonna do that? I go to jail for life if I'm poor. If I'm not poor, I get 5 years on manslaughter in a plea bar because I got so much lawyer money. Like how you gonna call and then here's what's so evil. You're gonna say we're gonna set up a justice system that's based on who got money, and then we're gonna starve black people. Well, I guess there are 2 million black people in prison. Like, and then you're gonna be a stinking wretched cop. And you're gonna turn around. Know that poor people's going to jail and becoming criminals and lives destroyed because they poor. While rich people is getting off and getting reduced charges and getting probation and getting charges dismissed all day long. And if they white, they're getting double the amount. And you now got the uniform on with the gun and the authority, and you look at the poor people that can't defend themselves, you look at them as the evil ones. But the ones that's wealthy, that can defend themselves, that can get out of jail, that can pay lawyers to get charges dropped, you look at them like they doing the right thing, and the poor people are not. You're a filthy piece of garbage. Like you're a disgusting piece of trash. Like the low-lifest criminal know the right and wrongs and the inequities that he do as a criminal. That's why that brother on the cross said what he said to Christ. He told the other brother, he checked the other brother. He said, look, man, this man innocent. We getting what we deserve for our crime. He knew he was criminal. Said, man, we getting what we deserve for our crime. Man, you didn't do this. You shouldn't be getting this, man. He said to Christ. He said, listen, man, you know what I'm saying? And then, listen, did something so righteous this criminal did. Like, give me all the criminals, you motherfucker. That's right. French, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm old. I got senility. Fuck you, okay? Excuse my French. That's that. Y'all ain't got to put this tape out of nothing. I know they can bury this tape. That's fine. Y'all can try to put this one behind you. I know I shouldn't be cursing. But some stuff out just drive me crazy. Like this cat here was so righteous to Christ. Christ is on the cross. They do nothing but wake up his people. Right. These Romans got him strapped up. Negroes glad. Black leaders having a ball that they finally got rid of him because he was threatening their power. He on the cross. He dying. He bleeding to death. He ain't ate. He dying. He know he ain't coming back. The Lord done already showed it to him in the mountain with Peter, James, and John. He ain't never coming off of this cross. This a death sentence for him. This brother on the cross dying as well. And this brother, man, hold your peace, y'all. This brother, man, turn around to Christ and say to our king, look, man, you know, we deserve what we get. You don't deserve what you getting. But remember me in your kingdom. Now, this cat didn't believe the truth. He was a criminal. He didn't know what Christ was about. He didn't know about it. He knew that Christ didn't deserve this. And he turned around in Christ's last hour, and he encouraged Christ. Did them bastards down at the bottom of the cross who had the stakes that stuck it in his side, did they say, yo, man, this cat is innocent, man? You know what I'm saying? Let's have mercy on him. Did they say that? But that criminal did. That criminal gave him this last bit of encouragement. Yo, man, I know you going to the death chamber, man, but I know you did this because of what you believe in. So, yo, man, remember me in your kingdom, man. I mean, because I'm going to this death chamber and I deserve what I'm getting. So, yo, man, remember me. Yo, that was brotherhood, man. That was fucking brotherhood, man. You understand? Something you lowlifes don't understand about, man. You understand? You don't understand about that. And that's what Christ died for, man. So you on the street, you black, and you got a goddamn uniform on. You better go out every morning. Don't go out every morning saying, you know, I'm going to say a prayer, Lord, protect us. I want to get home safe to my family, this and that. Don't say that prayer. Right. Don't say that prayer. You get up and say the prayer, Lord, I'm going out on the street tonight. I'm more wicked than these niggas I'm about to arrest. I'm the more evil one. Have mercy on me, Lord, to be kind to these brothers that is more righteous than me because they committing crimes and don't know better, and I'm an evil wretch helping their oppressor put them in the situation they in. Like that's what you should be saying when you go out before you go on patrol. And not siding with them white devils. I better get back to these stories, man. These last 20 minutes. We might have to do another tape, man, because sometimes I got to say what I got to say, man. You know what I'm saying? Salah. I'm Salah for the word. Allow me to go through what I go through. But, you know, once again, the scriptures say this, that when you take this truth in, it is sweet as honey when it go down. But it's as the bitterest herb in your belly. And it really is. It's a bitter herb in that you really begin to see more than you want to see. You know what I'm saying? You begin to see more evil than you would like to see. And as you start to see all that evil and start to speak on that evil, it's like, yo, this is madness going on here. Like, this is madness going on. What's happening to black people is absolute madness in this place. There's no country on earth got 2 million people incarcerated, you understand, except this empire. And they got 2 million incarcerated because they are pressing the hell out of the greatest people that ever walked the face of this earth, the Lord's chosen people, the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel. And if they had not, they got more people incarcerated right now than they had in slavery. Them was in slavery. And you acting like, oh, ain't nothing happening to black people. They just committing crimes and they need to stop committing crime. They ain't being led into that. I'm off of it, man. Go ahead back to the story, General. What we reading on? You can drop what you hold in the scripture. Come on with it. Make it quick. Oh, you got the video. Come on, hit me with it. And these black brothers is being demoted for doing this because they exposing what they did. And brother, these brothers is rare because these black cops are these evil. Like we get on them crackers and they racist and they supposed to be racist. And we supposed to be aware of that. But you black and you doing this, you are a scumbag. Go ahead, break it down. Yeah, I got it. Come on.
Police assistant chiefs have been demoted to captains. Assistant Chief Abdul Pridgen and Deputy Chief Vance Keys have both been under investigation for months, accused of leaking body cam video and personnel records. This all comes back to the case of Jacqueline Craig and her 2 daughters who were arrested back in December. This incident went viral and made national headlines, with the officer involved widely criticized for his conduct. He received a 10-day suspension. Chief Joe Fitzgerald is scheduled to hold a news conference at any moment. For more on this story, we go down to NBC5's Alice Barr, who spoke with Jacqueline Craig's family. She joins us live in Fort Worth. Alice, they are not happy with this decision.
Let me tell you something. I just stopped it because that's a good enough part. Like, these 2 black officers was on the scene when this white officer, for those of you that may not know the story, came and arrested this woman and her daughter. Here's why they arrested her. She called the cops. And she called the cops because some white man assaulted her son. Okay? Because the white man claimed her son threw trash on her lawn. Let's say it's true. He don't have a right to assault her child unless she's a slave. Right. Which is the real story. Which is why all this created a stir. All this created a stir because the white man is in his white mode of, I'm the slave master, these are slaves. They ain't going to put their hands on my property. Meanwhile, she's in the mode of, I'm an American and I got rights, which black people better wake up that they do not have. And as a result, she go call the cops and say, yo, this man put his hands on my child. The white cop turns around and says, well, why don't you control your kids? Not, is there a crime here? But why don't you control your kids? Like, he don't even care that this white man broke the law. Which, once again, and why you black cops is monsters. Like, these brothers had to put this out because it was so right of them to do it. But you can best believe these brothers have seen many of these incidents by these black cops and white cops. And so the white cop, so they saying, what the hell you asking me about why I don't control my kid? This man put his hands on my kid. And, of course, the sisters, being undisciplined, being in hell, having no husbands to show them and teach them right and teach them how to dress right, of course, they lose it. Because to them, how dare you question me about how I'm raising my kid when this man, which is the hypocrisy of America. Like, let's say she didn't raise her kid right. And let's say her kid did throw trash on the man's lawn. That means it's okay for him, a grown-up, to assault her child? Which crime was worse? Throwing the trash on the white man's lawn or the child getting assaulted by an adult? But in the white man's world, the throwing the trash on the white man's lawn is worse of a crime than a grown-ass white man assaulting a child. That ain't a bigger crime. Why? Because the child is black and we acting like racism don't exist. Somebody turn the air on. We acting like racism don't exist. Are you crazy? Like that was a straight up racist statement. Right. The cop was like, why you don't control your kids? Forget the assault. Why you don't control your damn kids? Because once again, that's what's in the mind of cops. You know why it's in the mind of cops? Because what Holdeman said is in the mind of them cops because they putting this out every day about you black people. That you are criminals, that you can't control your kids, that you don't raise your kids right. That's why they become criminal. All this evil. And listen, some of it is true, but all of it is because you being oppressed in this empire. Right. That's the bottom line of every last one bit of it. That's why all this talk about fighting crime. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of in this. Right. Right. You could fight, you don't need cops. You could fight crime simply by having men in any city. Like before there was cops in the earth, there was tens of millions of cities. How the hell did all those cities run? Simply by the men of that city making sure that the laws of that city was followed. And the same would go on with us if these murderous, racist bastards wasn't in charge. Like you would get justice. Like a drug dealer go and kill another brother wrongfully or shoot a stray bullet wrongfully, you would get justice. Because the people know who he is. They would go get him. Everybody would snitch because they would understand. And they would go get him and justice would be served. And black men go into prison way more than white men anyway, even though white people commit more crimes in America, which is amazing. Right. 2 million black men in prison. White people committing way more crimes than black people, but 2 million black people in prison. You understand? Like, it's ridiculous. So to turn around now and say that this why you don't control your kid when this white man assaulted your child is to say who gives a damn what happens to your kid? It's your fault because you ain't raising right. And brother, that must have infuriated like an undisciplined woman probably would lose their mind hearing that. She lost her mind. The white cop decided to arrest her. And then arrested her daughter for coming out saying, why the hell you arrested my mother? We the one that called you. Right. And then he arrested her too. The black cops saw how evil and racist this was. And they released the video, brother. And once again, if you think cops and police departments is wearing body cams and releasing videos because they care about you, go look at their history. They release every video to make themselves look innocent. And listen, which should be illegal. Like, it should be illegal to use propaganda as a police department to sway a jury pool in a case dealing with yourself. It should be considered bribery, right or wrong. That's right. Like, how you gonna be the police station? Charges come up on you. You go take the video, edit the video to look like you, like they did with Michael Brown, to make him look like he was robbing that store. When meanwhile, he was selling drugs for them Arabs and them bastards in the police station knew about it. Right. And meanwhile, they altered the tape to make him look like a criminal. And brother, you gonna alter the tape. Like them cops supposed to be, that police station and whoever released that tape, they supposed to be arrested because that was propaganda. You understand? That was interfering with the prosecution. There's 1,000 charges that should have been put on them, but it does not matter because you're black. So for you to be black and see this evil being done to God's people and not be awake to say, yo, I can't necessarily side with white people because look at all the evil they're doing to black people. For you not to say that, you are a piece of garbage. That's right. You're a piece of garbage is what you are. So that's how that happened. You want to add more to it? I'm going to leave it right there. So these brothers let this tape out. And because they let the body cam tape out, now they're going to lose their job. Remember, the white cop who broke the law, arrested them sisters wrongfully, did not arrest the suspect for assault on a child. They gave him 10 days suspension. But the 2 brothers who released the video of the evil he did, they suspended. They getting ready to lose their jobs. But that bastard that did that, he get 10 days. And you telling me we supposed to be, something black people supposed to be doing different? Black people got to get free from oppression of the Egyptian power, for the Egyptian empire. They got to be wrung loose from Pharaoh, man. And Christ going to come back and he going to do it in a rough and mean way, brother. He going to do it in a rough way. I'm off of it. I'm done with it. You got We going elsewhere? Where you going?
Sheriff Clark.
Come on, give it to me. Dang. We might have to go over. No, let's see. We might go over, y'all. We might go over a little 15 minutes over because General Mayotte got some hot stories. And I need to drive the point home that black cops better be right with the law. Come on with it, Doc. You got a story about this, General?
Yes, sir.
You can just show me, give me the picture. You got a video of it? You want to bring it out in the video? Okay, come on back with it. You can start on reading the story until you get the video. If you don't mind. It's just a quick, it's just the video. You can go on and talk about it if you want.
Sheriff
Oh, there you go. You guys, come on with it.
from previous episodes of The Young Turks is going to be joining the Trump administration. That is slightly less surprising news than it was to me when I found out that he wasn't already in the Trump administration. But he apparently is announcing today, reported by the Daily Beast, that he's going to be joining the Office of Partnership and Programs as the liaison with local governments and police departments. Now, a lot of people extremely angry about this because there are a few more objectionable people in the country than Sheriff David A. Clark. We could do an hour on all of what he's done, but at least 4 people have died in his jails, including a newborn. One man was deliberately denied water and died of dehydration in his prison. I mean, he's previously said incredibly offensive things about how Black Lives Matter is going to work with ISIS to take over America. He said literally, there is no police brutality in America. There is no racism in America or in its police. The list goes on and on. And look, his administration is the murderer's row of crooks and criminals and that sort of thing, but he stands out even amongst all of them.
You can stop that.
Yeah, he's an abomination.
Oh, please give me that back. God damn, Saka, what did you
He's an
hit?
abomination. Young Turks contributor and Daily News reporter Sean he's an abomination. Young Turks contributor and Daily News reporter.
Listen, he did it. Thank you, my man. He did it better than this. He did it better than this. Like, my God, which is so right out. And he is an abomination. That's right. He said ain't no racism in America, man. Like, that's what's in the minds of black cops. Yep. You see how he think? Yep. That's in the minds of black cops. And listen, he don't want to be black no more. Listen, brand new babies die in his jail. He's supposed to resign. Yeah. He's supposed to say, look, man, I can't work here because I don't have enough power and control to make sure that these people don't die in here. And I ain't going to be a part of you killing these babies. He don't even care. They denied a brother water and the brother died. I don't give a damn what the medical examiners say or whatever. You in there working at prison where people dying wrongfully and you still working there? Go eat gruel on a soup line, you low-life bastard. Have some integrity and quit your goddamn job and go be homeless if necessary. That's what I mean, man. That's why I love the UPK, man. Because the brothers in the UPK, they don't front about serving the law. I'm not going to be in no job where I'm a cop and brothers is in my jail dying because of evil things being done in my jail wrongfully because they don't get water. And I'm going to stay on it. I'm supposed to be guilty of that. I'm supposed to be like, I can't be a part of it. And I'm supposed to have enough integrity, man, to turn around and say, you know what? I'll go homeless. I'll go in and live in a shelter. If you got any belief in Christ, then you go to the shelter there. Right. You'll be like, the hell with this. I'm not going to be part of the wickedness against Christ. I'll go in the shelter. And Christ would raise you up. Oh, fake ass niggas acting like you serve Christ in these churches. Acting like you for the Lord. You full of garbage, man. You sitting up there, people dying. He's an abomination. The cat said it right. And it's a white man says. He's an abomination. And listen, here's the sad and scary part.
Thousands of cops are on these streets of America think like this bastard right here.
Yes, sir.
Thousands of them think like this.
Sir.
More of them probably think like him than think the way we talking right now. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, I
Like
wanna say one
thousands.
thing if I could, sir.
Like thousands probably think he's in the right. And then black people is the one that's the problem. Go ahead, Jim.
Listen, I remember this one time, right? All my slaves. Now, this is after I met you and we studying brotherhood. That's in my mind. It's all I know now. It's an assignment that I wanted very, very bad. And I was up for it.
Thanks to the grace and mercy of General Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
As brotherhood, I wanted to kill everything. General Muhammad, we get on that brotherhood. He didn't want me to go off the DF. I was leading left. Go ahead.
Well, it was an assignment with the DEA. And I was next up for it. So when the patrol captain came to me and said, listen, your turn, you got it, let's go, you ready? I said, I don't want it. He said, what you mean? This is all you wanted. And that's all I did want when I was in the world. But the truth ain't got me by then. And I found out now that being with the DEA wasn't going to change brothers and change their lives. All I would have done was been locking them up, putting them in prison for years.
I'll go a step further. You'd have been a drug dealer. like that's what you'd have been. Like the DEA ain't stopping, ain't never. They got Homeland Security. Donald Trump building a fence on the border. Have you seen the drug dealers on the corner? Like, yo, man, we can't get no crack in the country. We struggle. Have you seen any of that? Hell no, you ain't seen none of that. So you going to work for the DEA to stop what? You know what I mean? When you got military planes bringing dope in the country all over the damn place, you going to work for the DEA, you're going to be the drug dealer.
It's
about
the control. They want to control it themselves.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? They want to make sure that's in control. Go ahead.
So I turned the assignment down, right? Now, cats I work with was like, yo, man, you crazy. That's that perfect assignment with the train XYZ. And I remember telling General Muhammad, when I remember talking to you about it in specific, you said, why you turn it down? I said, General, I'm not feeling that shit no more. I said, that ain't my life no more. And the cat who was my partner at the time was like, why? We can do this somewhere else. Don't worry about this. We go somewhere else and say, nah, man, this is not my life no more. And I see it right on the wall. I'm done.
And listen, and if I could, I just want to add something. That was righteous as hell, too. You know what I mean? To turn all that down. But let me add something else. Like you brothers that's black cops out there, you dumbasses. Here's what you don't understand. That you ain't under no protection of the Lord. Like that's the real why it would be why. Like I'm not carrying no gun to be gun toting for something in this world. Are you crazy? I'm not doing that. A brother come to me the other day. He said, General Yohana, man, yo, man, they want to hire me, man, to be an armed guard. I'm gonna be protecting these clubs they got all over, man. They want to hire me and all that, and this and this and that. I said, let me ask you something. What would be the loss if you end up dead protecting some white man's business as opposed, what would be the loss to the truth? He paused for a minute. He's like, dang, you're right. I ain't think about that. You know what I mean? I could be gone. I said, yeah, you could be gone, over some disgusting bastard that got a business or police station or some evil thing when you 20 times more valuable to the truth.
That's right.
The scripture said harvest is plenty, it's the labors are few. So you coming in here.
That's right.
And if I could, the Most High said, when you pray to your father know how to give you, I'm paraphrasing, know how to give you, when you ask your father for bread, would he give you a stone? Like your father would be like, Ha's doing wonderfully. Hell, Ha's living like Nino Brown up in here. You understand? In the truth. You understand? Wives and kids. I saw the picture. I thought it was a camp. I said, oh, this Ha's family. I thought they were sending me a picture of one of the camps. I opened the picture up. It's his family. It's all him. It's all Ha everywhere. So, you know what I mean? He doing better than he would have did in that. And here's, again, I want to add this. You don't know whether the Lord's going to protect you. You're putting on a goddamn suit, going out on a patrol car, doing evil to the Lord's people, and acting like you RoboCop because you got a vest on. You dumb, stupid idiot. Don't you know the Lord can decide he can get mad and turn his back on you?
That's right.
And now you dead for nothing, for keeping the oppression of the Lord's people. Though you got to go face Christ and say, yeah, Lord, I'm dead. I'm here before the throne because, I was trying to keep America safe. You dumbass. You better be going out on that street saying, Lord, look, I'm doing this for a paycheck, but, I'd really rather be doing something and not oppressing your people and helping them oppress your people. Have mercy on me and let me do something right for these brothers tonight and protect me that nothing don't happen to me because I really shouldn't be out here toting no gun for no devil. But I'm doing it because I'm in slavery and got to keep a paycheck in my pocket. Like, that's what you should be saying to yourself.
That's right.
Instead, you done listen to the brainwashing. You running out there like you Will Smith and what's the other comedian? You bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Because your dumb ass think that's who you are. Running around in some patrol car with an over-tight suit on and a gun on your hip, upholding their empire. When you got brothers dying in the street and you don't care about that, and being in that helps you to not think that way. You don't need no damn black cops on the street. You don't need no cops on the street, period. You need black men to be raised up in these houses. I don't know a black... Let me tell you something. I grew up in a little bit earlier era, but I bet you the brothers even before me really grew up in the right era. I know I'm over the time. Y'all bear with me. But I'm going to tell you something, that I don't know no black man that got a woman and kids at home in some house, in some neighborhood somewhere, that if you go to them and say, look, man, me and the rest of the brothers here, the houses on the block, we're going to get together and do A, B, and C, just to make sure brothers ain't running up in here committing no crime. I don't know no brother that won't be, yeah, what y'all doing? Let's work that. Unless he's a criminal.
Right.
I don't know nobody that ain't down with that. You telling me we don't even need all of that. White people, you go up in their neighborhood. Listen, I got right now, I get emails every day from these organizations. I don't know how they got my email. They got my personal email. And they sending me invitations to join these neighborhood groups that got cameras wired up. They civilians. And they got their whole neighborhood wired up with private cameras. And they got walkie-talkies and all that. And they got websites. And they all communicating with each other. They talking about what's going on, who's doing what crimes is committed. They got family members in the police station. They know everything going on in their damn neighborhood. And you can best believe if something jumped off, they was going to get into it. That's what white people do. They ain't worried about no cops. And their neighborhoods is just as safe, quiet, and as it could damn be. So that you telling me the same can't happen among black people if we had the proper leadership and doing what we're supposed to do? We would. And what we're supposed to do ain't bowing down more to the devil, trying to be more compliant. You can be compliant as hell. You still gonna get shot in the damn car. You can be compliant as hell. You still gonna be the one dragged out the car and thrown up on the wall while the heathens are not. But if you had brothers that came together, then they would be talking about what they could do to help the brothers. And then when they pull up on a brother, they would handle that brother the right way. That's how the nations were built, and that's how Christ's kingdom was. Wasn't no such thing as no damn police department. You understand? So that's how it's supposed to be done. And brother, we better fear the Lord. You Negroes in these churches, you bastards. Damn right. Damn right. You sitting up in these churches and you going in there praying to Jesus every day and you claiming you a servant of the Lord, but you don't never look at how wicked you are with the authority you got from the devil. You don't never see that this power I got from this devil is potentially a weapon to be evil to God's chosen people. You're supposed to be afraid to violate God's people. And if violating God's and not violating God's people compromise your being on the edge as a cop. If it's going to cause you to hesitate because you caring about black people, so now you might hesitate to pull that gun, quit your goddamn job.
That's right.
Quit your damn job.
That's right.
You understand? But I'd be on there. If I'm going to have my gun be like, yeah, I'm a cop. But now if I see that as I'm patrolling and being a cop, that, I could be, I'm getting a little hesitant. I don't like to pull my gun because I'm be afraid I might shoot a brother. And I don't want to kill a brother because he robbing some store or some other stupid reason that he shouldn't die for. I don't want to be the one to take his life before the Lord. And I see I'm hesitating. Well, I'm quitting the goddamn job. I'm going to McDonald's. And when my fellow cops come in and say, yo, what's up? Like, what's going on, man? What you doing in McDonald's, man? You done gave up your officership and your uniform and your badge. What the hell happened to you? I'm going to say, man, you know what? Y'all do what you do, but I can't kill my own, and I'm too afraid to kill my own. If they can call me punk or whatever, I'll be like, I'm serving Christ, man, and I'm not trying to take no brother's life. And that's what I be telling them, man. Because it don't make no damn sense, man. You brainwashed in America. America spent plenty of time, like Holderman said, they spent plenty of time brainwashing everybody into looking at us like criminals so they could assault us, which is what that white man did in that story we just brought out, which is what done happened in this devil's jail. Let this devil put him over. He going to Homeland Security, no problem. Put him over a jail with white people. Now let's see one of them white babies die. Let's see one of them white babies die or one of them crackers die because they don't give him no water. Let's see how much there ain't no racism in America. Yeah, let him go to Homeland Security. But put him over the white section. And watch what happened the minute something happened to one of them white people. Then all of a sudden, they be dismissing his black ass. These is God's people, man. You better think twice before you violate them, man.
I want you to stay strong in the spirit of the Lord. Hey, listen, if you like this tape, hit the like button and share it, man. Hit the share button. Everybody share it to their own personal Facebook accounts. Share this video, man, to wake up brothers and sisters all over this earth. Hit the like button. Check me out Monday night. I'm live every Monday night. I bring the heavy hitters in. We do it up live right on this same channel.